Hey everyone, welcome. It's Melissa with Build a Better Bakery, and I want to make your baking business better in the next 5 minutes or less. Today, we're talking about sourdough bread for beginners, and we want to cover the mother starter. Having an understanding of what a starter is and how you know it's healthy enough to create great loaves is a good way to start making delicious sourdough bread at home. Number one, sourdough starter is a symbiotic culture of wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria that create a leavening agent for bread. This is what makes it fluffy and what makes it rise. It's been used for thousands of years to leaven bread and can be traced all the way back to ancient Egypt. Two, sourdough starters create lactic and acidic acids that give sourdough bread its distinct sour flavor, thus where the sour of sourdough comes from. Three, the ideal temperature for a sourdough starter to grow rapidly is between 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So if your house is sitting around that temperature, having your starter out on the counter is where it's going to grow the fastest. Four, when you feed a starter to create more starter or just to keep it alive and maintain it, you are adding certain flours and water to achieve the outcome you're looking for. Five, feeding with a whole wheat or rye type flour will make a stronger starter for you. Six, keeping your starter in the fridge until you need it to feed and create more starter or just to elongate its life in the fridge will keep the spans in between the feedings longer. So putting it in the fridge is going to keep it alive longer with less maintaining. And then seven, a weak starter is the number one reason for flat loaves. So making sure that you can create a starter that has a lot of life to it and is healthy is very important for sourdough baking. Starter is a fairly simple concept and it's been around for thousands of years. So it can be done very simply, but beginners normally have a lot of questions about the starter because it's a little bit intimidating, could be intimidating at the beginning, how to keep it healthy, how to maintain it. So I'm going to be hosting a workshop this month to teach you all about sourdough from start to finish, including the mother starter. And these are just like the in-person classes that I teach here in my community. We're going to go over starter, how to make it, or where to find it and how to maintain it. And we're also going to talk about keeping it alive and thriving. Plus, you're going to get bonuses from the workshop. That's a download with instructions to maintaining your starter at home. You can head over to buildabetterbakerynow.com/workshops if you'd like to take part. That's all for today's session on the basics of sourdough starter. Drop a comment or DM me, and I hope you have the best day.